So please ask Vice President Harris if she can contact the U.S. Embassy in Manila and Department of Homeland Security so that both organizations are aware of my case and the legitimacy of the request to save my life. Again, the implication.
A Southern California dad needs a bone marrow transplant, but his only living donor is stuck in red tape in the Philippines. Last week, Arthur told us he was hopeful California Senator Alex Padilla could help. Well, Padilla did try to help, and so did Congressman Adam Schiff and Ted Lieu, but it didn't work. The visa for Arthur's donor was rejected again. Arthur Yu is here with me again tonight. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that we're having you back under these circumstances. I was hoping for better news. Arthur, why was your donor, who, by the way, is your cousin, why was he denied a visa not once but a second time, despite having all of the documentation and the support of a senator and 2 congressmen?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Marla. That's the big question. Honestly, when our donor's visa was denied the first time, we were told it's because he couldn't prove that he wouldn't return home. So we were more than prepared for the second interview. We had a letter from his employer, a hospital, ironically, stating that they were aware of his trip and expected him back. He had his marriage certificate and the birth certificates of his children, proving that he had a family that he loves and wants to return to, proof of residency, and then on top of all that, medical letters from my doctors saying that the trip is urgent and needed, letters from Be The Match saying that he's a unique donor for me, a new letter from my doctor saying that I will be unfit for travel and the procedure needs to happen in the US. And then, of course, the congressional inquiries, which act as guarantees and character references from all the congressmen you mentioned and the senator. So why? We don't know. All we know is that we were shocked when my donor told us that he was denied again for the same reason as before. And it seems like it really is just a subjective judgment based on one consul interviewer's, after not reading the documents, really the only data he had was my donor's appearance, to be honest.
Now, you are making a plea to the Vice President Kamala Harris. Why not just go to the President of the United States?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question. I'm already guilty for asking someone so high up to take time out of their busy schedule to help me.
But this is your life. This is your life.
Exactly. And while I trust that my local government's doing everything they can to help, I know for a fact that Kamala Harris has experience influencing these types of cases. When my donor's visa was first denied on December 18th, I Googled organ donor visa denied, and I found an article about an American named Helen Quinn, who then Senator Harris helped expedite a bone marrow match for from Vietnam. And Helen and my case are very similar. We had the same cancer. We had the same multiple visa denials. And while Senator Harris was able to push this through, it was not fast enough, and tragically, Helen died. So I'm really hoping that now Vice President Harris's experience in these cases, along with her federal influence, will aid in a different outcome for me.
Well, we have, on your behalf, reached out to the Vice President, and we are waiting to hear back. We still have not yet, but as soon as we do, we will absolutely be in touch with you. If you don't get this transplant, Arthur, what do doctors tell you?
They tell me that if my donor were here now, I'd be already doing the transplant. But because of yesterday's news, instead, next week, I'm going to be admitted for more chemotherapy in order to hopefully keep the cancer levels low until we can sort this out. So that means for the next 6 weeks, my immune system will drop to 0, my platelet counts will drop to 0, and it's not going to be fun. The simplest infection, the simplest cuts could be fatal for me. And the only reason I have to endure this pain and risk is because we can't get my donor here. After that 6 weeks, I don't know what's next. You know, my doctors have been very, very much day by day.
Arthur, it breaks my heart. It really, really does. To folks listening at home, he has a rare aggressive blood cancer, a type of leukemia. We want to let our viewers know how important it is to become a donor, so we do want to throw up that information. It is simply bethematchfoundation.org. Is that the right one, Arthur?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please register.
Okay.
It's a simple cheek swab.
Simple cheek swab. As you said, it's easier than taking a COVID test. Arthur,
Exactly.
we're going to get you this transplant procedure one way or the other. Mark my word. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Marla. Thanks, Fox.
Okay, Alex, over to you.